My name is Nicki. I'm an English makeup artist and I live with Carlo and our daughter Sky in Positano, Italy. Our house is far from the road but surrounded by fruit trees and olive groves, and we grow our own food. We'll show you what it's really like to live on the Amalfi Coast. Subscribe and welcome to the Positano Diaries. Have left Luca canning his tomatoes all by himself this morning because we need to go and get the come si dice revisione della macchina
in English. I don't know.
I think possibly the car's MOT done. I think that's what we need to do, and we're running out of chicken food and we've run out of pasta, so we've got to go and do a little bit of shopping. So we're going to head over to Piano di Sorrento with the car, which we hardly ever use. While Carlo is turning on the air conditioning in the car so that it's not an absolute sauna, I just wanted to quickly mention that as of this morning, my brand new laptop is working. I am so happy. I have finally edited a whole video on it without it jamming, freezing, collapsing, breaking, closing down. It's working and I'm so happy. So I'm going to tell you who did it, because if you've got any computer problems, this guy is amazing. He sorted out so much stuff for me, so many little knots that I'd tied myself in, and just little complicated things that I'd done that were much easier to do if only I'd known. His name is Darren Dressler and he has a company called Zero Limits, and he has been video calling me and then remotely accessing my computer. He lives in France in the mountains and I'm here in Italy, so I haven't had to go and meet him anywhere. It's been incredibly simple and I would hugely recommend him, and I think I'm going to be keeping him on as my IT guy for whenever I need help. Just let this car go past. And I just thought I would let you guys know in case any of you have any computer issues. So Zero Limits is where to go. Okay, on to Sorrento to do the shopping. Car park with a view. This is the homemade pasta shop. It is obviously very popular. They do very good ravioli with mozzarella and pomodoro and all sorts of yummy things. I have also just popped into Benetton and managed to find 2 pairs of shorts to replace my jean shorts that fell to pieces on me the other day because my bottom has become too big. So I'm very pleased with those. And now I'm going to meet Carlo and we're going to the supermarket. Luca made the second batch of canned tomatoes yesterday and we have boiled them in the big cauldron to seal them and preserve them and left it to cool overnight. Now we have to take them out of the cauldron, but we need some crates to put them in. So Carlo is in the basement digging out old crates to store the jars in.
Allora io quella roba la devo togliere di là, mettere qua, spostare la roba di qua, mettere da un'altra parte, tutto un casino. Ecco qua la cassetta. Adesso possiamo togliere i barattoli dal bidone.
See how many tomatoes are left in the greenhouse. There is still a lot of these big salad tomatoes left. Lots and lots. I can feel cobwebs all over me. Quite a lot of unripe plum tomatoes, which will be made into pelati, which is the pasta sauce without the skins on. So we will be skinning all of these. Making the pelati is a bit more of a process because all of the tomatoes have to be plunged in boiling water for a few seconds before you can peel the skin off, and that's more of just a bit more time consuming. So we will be doing that at some point when they've all ripened. We've got a lot of work to do still. Let's have a quick look at what's growing down the side of the greenhouse. We still have a lot of spiky cucumbers. Maybe I'll give the chickens one later. They're actually really hard to pick. These spikes hurt. You can knock them off. They'll come off really easily, but they're painful when you try and hold it. And this is prickly as well. I've got 5 rows of aubergines or eggplants, whatever you want to call them. I'm not that keen on them. I've used a few already though. Lots of lovely basil. And over there, so what are these here growing on this vine?
Questa è la cocozzella americana. Zucca americana.
American pumpkins?
Yeah.
I doubt the Americans would agree.
Ma in realtà non so se viene dall'America, probabilmente sì, come tutte le cose vengono dall'America. Probabilmente anche noi veniamo dall'America, solo che non lo sappiamo.
And do we eat them? Lo mangiamo?
Sì, questi puoi fare con la pasta, è buonissimo. Da sola, con il pomodoro, è una bella grattata di parmigiano, è davvero buona. Ok, quando diventeranno più grandi e sono mature, pronte per cucinare, le cuciniamo e facciamo vedere come sono. Non possiamo far vedere quanto saranno buone, ma non fa niente. Si capirà da quello che vedi.
Go over to the fig trees because we have 2 different fig seasons. We've had one which was in, when was it, the beginning of July, and then there's another one in mid-August, which was a different kind of fig. So let's go and see if there's any ready now. The reason that this is all covered in netting is because it does tend to get very windy here in the afternoon, and all the dry earth would blow off into our garden and into the swimming pool. And the other reason is it stops weeds growing, so we don't have to weed it when it's ready to plant later on in the year. Oh, sono piccoli.
E certo che sono piccoli, stanno per nascere, vedi? Eccola qua. Adesso si vede una.
Okay, well, we'll leave that another few weeks because they're definitely not ready. We're going to start picking some tomatoes here. Now, I nearly walked down this aisle earlier and look what I nearly walked straight into. It is absolutely full of cobwebs. I mean, this is just a work of art. I'm so glad I didn't walk into that. Oh, can you imagine? I think for now, I will just stick to the outer row where there's no cobwebs. Spider web removals are us. I haven't quite finished one row and my basket is full already. But before it gets any heavier and I can't carry it, I will take it up and empty it onto the table. Right, I think that is enough tomato collecting. I've picked all the red ones. Carla has been following on behind me, pruning the leaves off the plants, and now we can see exactly how many tomatoes there are still left to ripen. Thank you for doing my heavy lifting. Oof. Guarda questa!
È enorme.
Maybe we should do American Beauty with tomatoes with Carlo instead of me. Naked amongst the tomatoes. Little bit of housekeeping. I have been meaning to say this for weeks and weeks, and I keep forgetting every single time I make a video. All the links to anything that I might have mentioned or shown you in the video are always in the description box underneath the video. I think you can find a little downward pointing arrow right underneath the video, which you click and it opens up and you get all the information there. So I link places that I've mentioned, shops or restaurants that I've been to, sometimes what I'm wearing if it's something that I've bought locally, and you can find all that information there. And that's been on most videos, and I also link the music as well, so you can find any of the songs that have played. Most of the songs I use are from Epidemic Sound, which is a subscription site that I pay to use so that I can use music that isn't copyrighted, otherwise my videos would get blocked. And then of course I use music from the fantastic Lucy Keeley, who is an Australian jazz singer who lives here in Amalfi. I haven't cooked for a while on here, and I haven't done it now either, but I have just made lunch. I'm just going to go through with you what I've made because it's nearly all from the garden. Now, this has just taken me an hour to do. So we've got potatoes and sweet green peppers, which I roasted on a tray in the oven for about 40 minutes. 3 hard-boiled eggs covered in salt and pepper. A salad with green beans, tomatoes and red onion. Another salad with some lentils, some leftover black rice from last night. There's a little spring onion in there, lots of lemon juice and olive oil, and there's also some raisins in there. And some, come si chiama questa? Funghetti, melanzane e funghetti, which is basically chopped up eggplants and cherry tomatoes with basil. That's all that is. So that's going to be lunch today.
Yummy.
It is Leni's birthday and she's having a little party on a little private beach down the coast. So we're just going to go and hop on a boat and go see.
Welcome on board,
Solo Coca-Cola, acqua, Fanta. Carlo is looking lovely in his new t-shirt. And Holly is looking happy as usual. And we have Carlo and Pepe and Saulo and Nicola and Marianna and Rita and Bruno and Bella.
O che aconteceu, Bella? O que aconteceu? O que aconteceu?
We're just going around the corner here to the next beach along. It's called La Porta and it is only accessible by sea, so once we're there we can't get back without a boat. Also, we are very late, so everybody else is already there.
Vieni Bruno, vieni!
Kitties? And we get a sneak peek of the cake. It's a Moana cake with strawberries and fresh cream. Yum. Wow. So Carlo is having a nice chat with Nicola's parents.
Levate i palloncini dal... Sky da ecco, porta le cose leggere.